need
the
my
hope.
outfit, and it blah, 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 plops all over him.
Yep.
Iron Man's a superhero, Doxy.
Yeah, I
You
got
didn't
that.
know I can't hear myself.
We're like, we didn't know whether or
not.
not you were on TV because I don't watch TV and Doxy doesn't even have a TV.
You don't have a TV?
Cable free since '93. Sold my TV for $50 in a joint. It's the best transaction I've ever made.
If I'm
I
ever-
literally knocked on the neighbor's door in college. My dad died and I inherited his TV. For 5 days in a row, maybe 4, I don't remember, I'm thinking 5, I watched something called 90210. And I knocked on the neighbor's door and I,
Make this
dude,
go away.
open the door. Big black guy opens the door. And I find out he's a football player for the college. I'm like, get the TV out of my apartment. And he's like, what? I'm like, it's gotta go. And he's like, cool. You want some money for it? I was like, whatever. I don't care. He's like, here's 50 bucks.
Hi, look,
Here's a joint.
she's waving at us.
Ready?
Okay.
Go live. 3, 2, 1.
Is there a volume thing on this? Hi there, and welcome back to Frost Bitches and Balls. Apparently, it's a laugh. Ooh, I just spit on everybody. Hope
I
you
did
enjoyed
that
that
too.
shower.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, it's a thing right now. So we have a packed show. Isn't that what everybody says? We have so much to tell you today. Whatever.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like, we know what we're going to talk about before it comes out of our mouths.
Do we? Okay. Nice.
Doxy, you have an underwear problem?
We're all
I'm
having underwear
tucking in
issues
the
today.
thing.
Wait, she has an extra shirt on. It's hot today. What the hell are you doing?
It's cold.
Okay. So welcome back to Bras, Bitches, and Balls. We're going to start with our bra of the week. So Betty has on, and
Wait, do you want to
Doxy's-
introduce who we are for the people who may be watching us for the first time?
Oh, that's right. I'm Lee.
I'm Doxy.
I'm Lisa.
There you go. Now
Now
We
we have
are-
a bra of the week.
we have a bra of the week because we're sponsored by Busted Bra Shop, which is a great place to go and get a bra. We have a discount code for you. It's called B325. With that B325, you get 25% off
But you have to go into the store physically.
physically, and you have to say those words.
B325.
That's it. And then we know that you watched Bras, Bitches, and Balls, and you don't have to say bitches and balls in front of people that you might feel uncomfortable doing that to. Not
But you
that-
can.
But you can if you want to.
It's a free space, man. Okay.
So you have Matilda again.
I do have Matilda. Matilda's been one of our best bras. People love this bra. She's gorgeous. She's comfortable. She comes in great sizes. Right now it's come out. It's in navy with its pink accents. So really finding a nice matching panty is so much fun. But we have matching panties, so we can always get them for you in the size if we're sold out of the size. So one of the things that Matilda does, if you'll turn that around, Doxy, you're my very own Vanna. That's a hippie Vanna. Okay, that's called a J-hook right there. J-hook.
So cool.
It is cool. So what it will allow you to do is turn it into a racerback. So you don't have straps anymore, right, with your sleeveless stuff or whatever. But there's another benefit to that. The side panel, right on the sides of the boobs, it goes boop and
Pulls it
brings you
forward.
in more forward. That side panel on that right there.
Oh, yeah.
It pulls those boobs even more towards center if you want to get them out from underneath your arms, or you just want to make a really pretty silhouette. You want to have a little bit more cleavage. Then you can do that with a J-hook, but it also helps with, vanity with straps not showing. But that's Ilomi, and it's a
So-
plunge. It's a nice deep plunge.
And Matilda always comes in like these really cool colors. We've had a
Yeah.
red, and I have a purple.
There's
that
a neon
all have
pink.
the little red, the accent embroidery. This one is kind of a mesh. So for some people, I'm going to say it because I don't know if you've ever seen King of the Hill. You sell bras and bra-related accessories, propane and propane accessories.
propane and propane.
So the accessories, the accessories that might be helpful for someone who wants to wear a bra like this that doesn't have padding,
Isn't a molded cup, isn't a contour.
is a dimmer. So dimmers are silicone that stick to your
Just from your body heat.
headlights. And
Dimmers,
so
dimmer.
if you are wearing a dress and you're wearing that under it and you are concerned about your headlight showing, you can always wear dimmers.
If
Dim
my
them.
nipples were erect all the time, I'd go topless.
No,
And I
you
would just
wouldn't.
I
Trust me.
would wear the tightest shirts ever.
Trust me, no, you wouldn't.
Yes, I
She would. She absolutely
I
would.
rock it all the time because, yeah, I think my nipples are great when they're completely erect all the time. Yeah, I'm jealous. Just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, good call. That's a
Yeah,
thing.
the
Dimmers.
dimmers are great. Yeah, and we have them at the shop
Do the
in
dimmers stick on
two.
your chest or do they stick in
They
your
stick
fabric?
on.
They go on your chest.
on, like,
yeah, because
like-
they stay
like a-
on your body from your body
like
heat.
pasties.
Yes, and then when you forget
like
about them
pasties.
at night and you look down, you're like, I look like an alien. Oh, I need to remove these.
We're all
Or you
grabbing
could
our
wear
boobs, by the way.
some colors.
What's that?
That would draw more attention. Never mind. That defeats the purpose.
So come and ask us about dimmers. This is Matilda. We love her. Elomi is a fantastic bra maker. They're about to come on their 10-year anniversary, and I'm actually been invited to the birthday party in New York. Woohoo! For Busted. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'll take pictures. I'll post them.
Now, is there another fashion color that's out right now in Matilda, or is this the one?
You quiz me so hard, dude.
too.
But we have a lot of colors still in the store,
Okay.
and we can find out if colors are still available from the manufacturer. If you're just like, I really want that.
Didn't they do a
neon.
hot pink one?
The neon pink.
Yeah, that one's
they
really cool,
said
too.
the thing I got back from the designer is I will never do another neon again because every time you go through to dye the material, right, you have to completely get all of that dye out, clean the entire machine, and then go again because
or
it's
else you
so
end up with
gunky.
neon.
It's just gunky, so you can't.
Oh,
It won't filter
you can't
through. The
do
filters
anything.
completely break up.
Huh.
I mean, block up. All right, cool. So now we
processing
have
issue.
yeah. Now we have other things to talk about. We
Yeah.
can move on from. Are we just gonna leave Betty with us because I like her?
Yeah, you can leave her there. So we'll just you want to go down the body? You want to start with? You want to start with your hot topic? Oh no, let's ask Doxy. How'd your Death Cafe go?
Yeah.
Death Cafe was amazing. Like 20 people showed up. We all sat in
Awesome.
a circle. Yeah, it's one of those things where you're like the first time, maybe 4 people show up. Like I was like, whoa, 20 people showed up, and we had desserts. Oh my god, I was so jacked on sugar. And
I just don't even want to see.
it was
Jack
so
on
much fun.
sugar.
Yeah. Our hosts were great, and like I took notes, like every topic that somebody did, and I literally took like 10 pages of notes. Like we jumped around and talked about tons of things. We'd dive in a little bit and then come back out and then jump to the next one. Every single person in the room got an opportunity to talk except one person. And we're doing it again. We're going to try to do it monthly. And next month it's going to be on the 1st, hopefully on the 1st of November, which is Day of the Dead.
Oh.
So I'm going to kind
Bring
of
some
change it
sugar
up. We're coming up
skulls?
with a name too. Like we've got a few names that we're going to call the group. They're going to be fun. But I'm hoping that the first one, Café du Mord.
Oh, I like that.
Right?
Of course.
Detroit Café du Mort.
Because we're in Detroit and
Yes,
people keep trying to use French words here.
Yeah, kind of works.
Yeah. Caju.
KG, KDX. I live right by there. People get it wrong all the time.
She was stumped by Shaner today, which is not a French name.
Shonier.
but I don't even know what
There's
she
no
said.
A in Shaner at all.
Here's what she said. She said, "That's not Shaner."
And then the lady on my directions on my GPS, she was like, and take a right on Shane. I was like, you too, Brute? Jesus Christ.
Even the damn GPS knows how to pronounce it.
But I don't.
Waze does not know how to pronounce a lot of the names of streets
Detroit.
down
It's
here.
complicated. Yeah. So hopefully on November 1st, if we do it on that day, Day of the Dead, my idea is to do everybody bring something to make a collective altar to honor the dead.
Oh, I like
Yeah,
that.
and then we can talk about funeral rites and traditions.
So was it like each person talking individually about their concerns, or just kind of like general topics?
Every single
or?
topic that you could think of. Like anybody was able to talk about what they wanted, or they could continue whatever somebody else brought up. I mean, I'm literally not kidding when I say we talked about like 50 different topics. And some of them were just touching on them. So anything from open funerals to we're going to be doing workshops on how to do estate planning to
Oh, cool.
we're going to hopefully be visiting. Yeah, I already thought about you. You're in my notes. So you might be asked to do
It's
workshops.
like on Fairy Odd Parents, the big arrow comes down.
Right. To somebody knows somebody at Wayne State, so maybe we can get a tour of the mortuary, and then
We
4
want a
doors
mortuary
down.
person here on the
I want to go
podcast.
see
Oh,
it.
great.
I want to go.
Yeah, so I mean, and it'll be in kind of an open thing for sure. And then 4 doors down from, I think that's a band.
No, that's 3 doors
Uh,
down.
okay, yeah.
We're the
Anyways.
4th door down. The 3rd door down is the band. The 4th door
4th
down
door down is the funeral home, and I'm going to see if we can get a tour of the funeral home. So I'm hoping this is gonna be a monthly. I'm pretty stoked.
Awesome.
Yeah. So maybe December could be estate planning because it's a good gift to give to the family.
Yeah, there you go. That's actually what I did give that gift to my family members a few years ago.
So
That's a fantastic idea.
They did
Look at you.
finish it,
See,
but,
I don't have a monthly thing, so I should just make that my monthly thing.
there you go.
I see what you did there. You're really trying to move down to this winter vagina thing, aren't you?
I know. Yeah.
Should. That's a good segue.
Because once you get
I'm
into
allowed to swear.
this
I got a lot of
age-
swears waiting on
We're
this
not
one.
FCC controlled.
All right, good. Because I'm calling bullshit on this.
Yes, I think
so much.
I think the
So
big buzzer.
much.
So the funny thing is, she mentioned
Funny haha or funny
No,
not?
Funny
we've,
haha.
we've just started talking amongst ourselves, and the way we speak sometimes, I don't know if people
So,
actually followed
well,
us. We're going
yeah.
to talk about the winter vagina.
So if
myth.
you listen,
Myth.
watch whatever to Goop, you probably have heard this.
Goop is Gwyneth Paltrow's
Cray cray.
website.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. She calls her site Goop.
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 That's dumb.
And she's the one with
Sorry.
the jade egg
Not sorry.
vagina thing, which not for the reasons that you're thinking.
Yeah, because for me, like a jade ball or a crystal ball, you put it in your vagina to help strengthen your vaginal
Right, you do
walls.
like Kegels,
Yeah,
right?
Kegels,
Yeah,
totally.
I
On top
have
of it, yeah.
Yeah.
This is not what she does?
No.
I already don't like this woman.
Well, is that the one where you like hover over a steam thing?
Yes, just steam your vagina.
There's like
Wait, that's
parties
something
where you go
else.
and
It's like a
So,
vagina
that's different
facial.
than
I think
the-
that's different than the. I don't know. I don't read.
Sorry, we've
her
already done our
site.
first 10 tangents.
Yeah, I don't read her site, so I really can't say except that it's a lot of hoo ha, and not that hoo ha.
Not hoo-ha. There's a lot of vagina going on today.
No, so
at least we say vagina.
Vagina.
I say vajayjay sometimes, so shut up.
Hey man, you can call it whatever you want. Vagina monologues.
I also
would-
drink it. I also drink pumpkin spice lattes sometimes. So there. I am the whitest.
We all
white
got
girl.
quiet.
I am the whitest
Oh
white
my God,
girl.
I'm so trying to contain myself.
Good.
Thanks
I
for
hope you
catching
enjoy
that.
it. I hope you enjoy it.
Oh yeah.
So anyway,
Anyways, so,
vaginas, vagina,
Yeah.
vagina. We can say it. So
Say it proud.
no. So the winter vagina. Lee pointed out last week that she had read an article, and then she had mentioned a. I want to say gynecologist, but it's gynecologist.
Gynecologist
Can you say
works for
gynecologist?
me.
Can you say gynecologist? Is
Why
that-
no,
can't
but
you?
it's a new word. You just made it up.
Gynecologist.
I'm gonna high five you
So-
because I'm in the last week.
So this gynecologist is basically
She's the words of wisdom about your vagina.
So if you look at her Twitter too, her background picture is like, my vagina is awesome. Your comments on what it should look like or be or whatever is not.
Yeah.
She's awesome. So
Wait, are
Lee
you talking
had
about Gunter
mentioned-
right now? Or are you
Dr.
talking
Jen
about the
Gunter.
other one? All right.
So Dr. Jen Gunter wrote an article. Did you read the article?
Gunter's awesome. This other woman, I'm not even going to say her name because she doesn't deserve any kind of credit whatsoever. Go on. I got some things
Yeah.
to say.
So
I'm just
annoyed.
gonna sit back. I
Like,
kind of wish I had a martini.
I had no idea what this was, and then
Yeah.
I waited until I got permission from you two to
right.
Google it.
Doxy's like, can I look this up beforehand? We're like, sure. And I had not looked yet. I was just like, I don't know. I'm going to wait. And then once you did, I'm like, all right, I'm going to Google it. So I Googled it. And Dr. Gunter's article came up, which was like about putting your, I say the word wrong all the time, decorative. That's the right way to say it, right?
I don't know. What do you,
say-
what do
what
you
are
say
we-
in
what are we
context?
decorating, yeah.
Decorative gourds.
Oh, yeah, that's how you started.
I say the word decorative and then I get teased about it.
Oh,
so
I
it's
kinda like
decorative.
decorative.
See, it sounds
Oh,
fancy,
I
doesn't it?
do
We
like
could make it a
that.
new
Yeah,
thing. Yes, my
decorative.
decorative gourds.
Yes. So anyway, the article is talking about putting decorative gourds on your vagina and like sprucing it up for the fall. And now you got to get ready for winter. Winterize your vagina. So the winter vagina, folks, for those of you who don't read that publication that Doxy's not going to say.
Nope.
What is that thing
apparently
called? What you put on your vagina that's all furry? It's called
a Merkle.
What?
Merkle.
A Merkle. That's all I can think of. Let's
Isn't
get
that
a-
what used
get an
prostitutes
auto
used to
Merkle.
cover when they had to shave when it wasn't cool to shave because they had lice and bugs?
I don't know.
That's the point of one of those.
That was adorable puke.
Pretty sure. I could be totally making that up. If so, that needs
And
to
I
be
think
a short
it's called
story.
crabs when it's on your.
Is that what
Junk.
crabs are lice? Is that the same thing?
I think
Like
they're very.
junk
I don't
lice?
know. I've actually never had to work with crabs about that.
Are crabs this junk lace?
I'm gonna find out. Hold on a second.
So anyway, whatever they are, I believe I read somewhere, because I can't believe my brain would have made this up, that the whole point of Merkles was back in the day when sex workers, then known as prostitutes or whatever, sex workers would have to shave themselves because they got
Little,
that.
They are not the same thing, though they come from the same family.
Okay.
but they live.
They
Yeah.
would get junk
Pubic
lice or
lice
crabs.
come from the same family as head lice, but they're called crabs. That's just gross. Okay.
So it kind of is junk lice.
Yeah, I mean, I
But it's a
that.
lot
Yeah.
easier to get rid of than gonorrhea. So,
Oh, yep.
so I guess it's not that.
And I
gross.
don't think you have to shave. I mean, I don't think shaving would help the gonorrhea, would it?
Probably not.
I don't know what that is.
I'm gonna guess not.
Okay.
Just saying.
Anyway,
I'm not
I
teaching
believe
you
the whole
about
Merkel
that either.
situation was
God.
because that was like, now
Yeah.
everybody wants.
Everybody wants a Merkel, not
they
lice.
want.
Not
They
It's
want
a
hardwood
merkin.
flooring, but back in the day, they did.
It's a merkin. Merkin.
Oh, Merkel.
It's a
No,
merkin.
Merkel's.
somebody's name.
So that's funny.
Sorry, Angela.
And you're Angela Merkel. That's hilarious.
And now is when we get in
That's why I
trouble.
don't drink coffee in the morning.
This is a gem.
All right.
Coming to
So
I was so
a
close, though.
merkin
It was like a
is you
letter.
were so close.
It was one letter off.
So you're
I
right.
mean, literally,
It's- it
like
is
in
a-
the alphabet too.
Absolutely. Oh, weird.
Get a
Merkin.
little
So yeah, so merkin is a pubic wig. They were originally worn by prostitutes, as you said, after shaving their genitalia,
sex workers.
and are now used as decorative items, erotic devices, or in films.
So
So anyway,
So yeah,
back
I have
to
a
the
friend who
winter
makes
vagina.
merkins.
Back
If you
to the
want
winter
one.
vagina.
She
That
makes
is
merkin-
not what a
merkin.
winter
She makes
vagina
merkin
is.
purses. What? Yeah, you
Merkin
can.
purses?
Wait,
Dude, if you
wait,
could
wait,
use
wait,
your-
wait,
if
wait,
you could use
time
your uterus as luggage,
Time out.
I mean, wouldn't you?
Time out. I have
Yeah.
a question. Does that make my area a purse, or is it a purse that looks like my area?
So
I'm not carrying stuff in there on
I
purpose.
mean,
Well-
I could. If I were a
shite.
prison, I might.
So she makes. Hold on. They're purses that look. Oh no,
Oh.
that's so nice.
Okay. Never mind.
I googled that one
So
wrong.
anyway,
Let's go back to the winter
Okay.
vagina.
Yeah.
so Merkins, not Merkels, Merkins are not part of the whole winter
No.
vagina
no, it's not
thing.
how you decorate it. What she's trying to say is that in the winter, our vagina gets
Shrivels
dried
up like a
up
rotten
and
apple.
you need to moisturize different things. And guess what? It's not exposed to the atmosphere most of the time. It's under my clothing.
And
I
it's
don't
pretty
get-
self-regulating.
Yeah.
It's an amazing machine.
It's probably the best machine in the body. Seriously,
yeah.
self-cleaning.
Self-cleaning. It keeps a
Yeah.
safe
The
body
winter
temperature.
vagina has more to do with my age. We were talking about this. Like, I've had a spring vagina, but
No, I haven't had a spring
Not
vagina for quite some time.
not
But-
for a while.
But,
And sometimes I'm really glad I don't have that spring vagina because it would lead me into all
Kinds
kinds of
of
trouble. That spring vagina was just like, listen,
okay,
bitch.
so
keep
basically,
moving.
all these articles that are by The Sun UK. I mean, come on, it's a tabloid
Yeah.
rag mag. And then rag.
She said
mag,
rag
that's
mag.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took me a second. Anyways, so The Sun and then a bunch of those other rag magazines. We're basing all of this, and
On
Gwyneth Paltrow's
tabloids.
obviously a genius. Yeah, because one person who used to be a midwife, and I love midwives, but she is a used to be midwife. She's not a doctor like this Gunther.
And she
Great
works for somewhere that does like vaginal uplifting or something. A plastic.
See, that's horrible. If there's has
Vagina
anything to do with
surgeon?
plagiotomy or like any kind of plastic surgery that has to do with the vagina parts,
Yeah.
no.
Don't touch
There's
my-
a special place in hell for her.
Yeah. Don't touch my spaces.
Right?
No.
Because hello, all of us have enough to deal with body image issues. The fact
Right.
that like people go to the vagina and make it look prettier. Whoa, your vagina's beautiful the way it is. You know? So
I don't want anybody giving me unnecessary surgery. And I did hear somebody at this one club I go to every once in a while talk about having some plastic surgery done on the
There?
outside.
Yep.
Because she said that they looked like two hot dogs hanging down. And then I was like, but maybe they were happy like that.
Yeah.
it's called
So, they
vaginoplasty and
belong.
labiaplasty. So it's
I'm sorry. Are they fried green tomatoes looking in a mirror at it? Like, I don't.
Well, I
that's
ca- I
the
can-
least of my concerns.
Well, okay. So if somebody tells you that your vagina's ugly
That's
and you
true.
feel like you need to get it done, like, so imagine the shame around somebody, giving you a hard time about it. So
Right.
Or not
if it-
giving you a hard time
or-
about it.
Hard time.
But God, man, I
Pun.
walk into all these and I
You
set
do.
myself up. This is amazing.
You
I'm so
do.
good at this. um, yeah, it's that weird thing. Does it make you feel better, or if there's been damage down there due to sexual abuse, or if there's a birth defect? Or
Right.
Things like
I mean,
that.
I get
So,
a
yeah,
damage situation.
correct. Yeah, but if you're being shamed about how your body looks, then that breaks my heart, right? And the fact that like we're touting this, it,
It's like-
the idea that we augment our bodies so much just breaks my heart.
Well, I just want to do whatever you want with your body. Do whatever
Yeah.
you want with your money. That's fine. My personal thing is I'm just going to grow old. My face is going to become the face that it was meant to be when I'm an 80-year-old woman. Praise whoever, I say God, get there. I want to get there, right, at some point and see what happens. But I'm not having somebody cut on me to change it or to look like I'm 25 again.
Every once in a while, do you do
'Cause you
that though?
won't
You'll be in
anyway.
the mirror.
No.
Do you ever do that? Just like every once in a while, be like, "Whoa, that would look so weird." Because every once in a while,
don't.
well,
I was doing it while we were talking on the telephone. I'm like, oh, yeah.
because you
cool.
see, every once in a while you see women and you're like, "Ooh, that," or men, yeah, and you're like, they've had some face work done. I'm like, wow, and I get fascinated looking for the scars because I'm kind of morbid like that, and I'm like, oh, really well done. You can't see the scars, or is it in the hairline? Yeah,
I've had enough surgeries that I've had to have. I don't really feel like doing any additional. But yeah, I mean, if it makes you feel better, cool. I just am back to the whole vagina thing.
There's so
There's
many
no-
things.
There's
about
no
the
such
vagina.
thing as a winter
No,
vagina.
absolutely not.
If you're experiencing a winter situation, that
a
is
lot
not that doesn't have anything to do with the weather or the time of year.
No, it
It
could
has
have
to do with hormones.
hormones. It could have to do with being diabetic or
Right.
having a heart
Physical
condition or any of the
problems.
meds that you're on. Like all of these things that our bodies go through.
Right.
Aging being
Yeah.
probably the biggest thing. Hello, that's why they make lubrication.
I was just
Well,
gonna
it's
say,
right,
and
and-
at Busted, where they sell bras and bra-related accessories,
You got a line of lubrication.
she does.
Yes.
Well,
Uber
tell me
lube.
about the line of lubrication.
Uber
Now you got me
lube.
peaked.
I'll
Hello,
tell you about
bras.
Uber lube.
Lube, yeah.
Uberlube is made in Chicago.
Uber lube.
It's an American-made product, an
Nice.
American-made company.
Okay.
It was originally designed for extreme athletes so that it would avoid chafing for like marathon runners or anything with your thighs up here. You can throw it on your nipples because like if you're
Yeah.
running with a shirt on, your
Oh,
nipples
yeah.
can get
I'm
bloody.
Rubbing, yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, okay. Moving
I'm
on.
a little confused too. Go on, keep going. I'm going to shut
it's
up.
3 types of medical grade silicone and vitamin E. It's fantastic for your cuticles in the wintertime. I put it in my hair for static electricity. It really is uber lube. It's used for lots of different things, but it's
Everything.
also great for sex. So
You could put it on all the things.
put it on all the things. And it's not, and it doesn't have any perfumes. It doesn't have any dyes in it.
So what,
There's
I can
no
moisturize
taste.
my hair
Yeah.
and my vagina
Yeah, at the
This is
same
Moisturize
time.
everything.
And it's not going to change the pH of your vagina.
Here, I've been
as
using
it was.
coconut oil
So-
for everything.
which could change that. I'm not sure.
Well,
if it
coconut
does,
oil's
but-
great though, but yeah.
So this one is not goopy. It's really, really nice. So there you go, Uber Lube. It's available. But the other thing is,
Does it come in
okay,
flavors?
so no, there's no
does.
flavor because it's
Good.
going to change the pH of your
Good,
vagina. This
good,
is a
good.
purity
No,
thing.
it's just clear.
Very, very
Very-
simple stuff. So there's a thing about the winter vagina that is a real thing. When you are older and your hormones do go through a flux. Things can get very dry in there and crack and you can bleed.
Correct.
Right.
That
Yeah.
that is
So
actually a
when
thing.
you are in the winter of your life, your
Right.
vagina is also in the winter.
Right, it can be, and so you can talk to your doctor. There's a cream, an estrogen cream that can be used, that can go up until you can get everything kind of back in order. That is actually a big help. So I did talk to a gynecologist about that.
Well, yeah, and that absolutely makes sense, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and that's why women take progesterone and you take the hormones to get a lot of that moving again.
Right.
But-
But if you're 30,
If you're 30, you ain't
you're
getting
not
out of
getting a
winter.
winter vagina because it's dry out.
Yeah, no, I think that's
Especially like one of the things the article said was because of air conditioning and blah blah blah. And I'm like, well, then wouldn't that be summer vagina? Because that's when I'm always running
true.
the air.
one of the articles I read by that woman who I'm not going to name.
You've already named her, so
No, Gunter's different. No, Gunter's
Gunter's
totally different. Jen Gunter's cool because
Yeah,
she's the
I
one
named her.
saying, yeah, Jen's calling shit on that other woman, which I'm like, bullshit. Yeah, so no, the woman also talked about summer vagina. I'm just like, no, this is all bullshit. So yes, our pH of our vaginas change just like in our bodies. Yes, like based on your diet, based on the meds that you're taking, based on how about one of the things that said if you eat this diet, it'll help you. How about you just eat well, like the
Right.
American diet, like the amount of crap and like industrialized food that we put on our body. Well, no wonder that's having effect on our skin, on our organs, on our vagina,
On our hormone levels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
on our hormone levels. Yeah, boom, that too. So I just, I was so just upset.
So I think we're over that, and hopefully now anybody that's listening to us knows that a winter vagina is not
Not
coming.
It's not real. It's just not real.
All right,
coming.
Wah,
All
wah.
right, so that was that.
So
We got lots of October stuff to talk about.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have a bunch of stuff you want to talk about. You went to half an opera last night.
I did. I went to have an opera because it was school night, and my kid was sitting there going, "This is awesome." I'm like, "Yeah, it's 9 o'clock. You got any homework?"
Half
Yep.
an
Oh,
opera?
shit.
That's great. That
Yeah.
way you can keep the kids engaged and
Yeah.
the
Well,
young adults.
he plays cello and he sings, and people keep saying, "Why don't you come down and audition for this opera?" We know that you still have his voice hasn't changed yet, but he has said no. So they sent us some tickets and said, "Here, see if he likes going to the show." So I thought that was really nice. It was a tech dress rehearsal. Went up there and watched the opera for one act. He got to see the cellos playing in the orchestra pit. He got to see how beautiful the space was. It was really, really nice.
And then he had to go home and do homework.
And then he had to go home and do his science homework. He's like, "Mom, I'm so tired." I'm like, "Dude, it's okay. You can make it." He did. He made it. He got
Good.
through it. So that was fun. We shared the arts with him because we have taken him to an opera moto show,
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
and he laughed at that. And I said, all opera is each company is going to be different. It's not all like this one opera that you saw. Because he looked at me and goes, "I've been to an opera." I'm like,
No, that's different.
"No, you've been to one opera.
You've been to an
You need
edgy
to-
opera.
You need to go to lots of other operas, and then you can kind of make up your mind if this is something that you're interested in
Yeah.
continuing with or not just one thing." So he enjoyed that, which is great. But there are a few things happening. Can you guys talk about? And I know you can, Theater Bazaar. Can you talk about Theater Bazaar?
Yeah, I'm not involved in it
I've never
anymore.
been
But
there.
you have been
but
involved in
Yeah,
it.
I started going in like 2005.
And we had
When it was on the grounds on State Fair, and now it's at the Masonic Temple, which is one of the most beautiful buildings.
That is a
it's probably the
cool
most beautiful
building.
building in the city, and the building is like the main character of the event. Yeah,
yeah.
it's 6 floors or 7 floors of choose your own adventure. There's 2 weekends. There's the Friday nights are it's a gala masquerade, which is lovely because it's a smaller event. I think it's maybe 400 or 500 people. I don't know. It costs a lot more, but it's catered and curated. So you're led to an event, and then you're led to an event. And then so the idea, I think that's a wonderful idea, and everybody is like dressed to the nines. It's amazing, and the idea of it being curated, I think, is wonderful because the next night is chaos.
It's a free-for-all.
4,000 people, and it's completely choose your own adventure. You may know what's going on in a room, but you don't know what time, which I think is so fun. So I've always joked to my friends, like, you have to be in this room at midnight, and they'll be there, and nothing goes on, and they want to kill me, and I'm just like, well, you don't listen to them. I just fucked you. It's kind of fun. And the great thing about the building too is like your cell phones don't really work in the building, so you kind of like have to hang out with the people that you're with. And people do costuming that's so elaborate. I mean, this is the best Halloween party on the planet. I'm not just saying in Detroit. I mean, this is amazing. And people spend years and years and years on their costumes. Like they spend years and years and years on developing the props. And I remember the very first year I was working, and I ran in, and because I wanted to see the ball, I wanted to see the gala, and I got on the second mezzanine level, and I looked down, and I just see the most beautifully decorated tables, people in this most opulent dress, and I see people dancing, and I'm not joking. I heard the room go, like that's what this room was made for. It was the Crystal Ballroom. So this room was made for this pomp and circumstance and over the top, and they brought it back to this space. And the Masons love what they do. They give them tabula rasa pretty much for like a month and a half to build it. And it's just go.
It is. That is a fantastic building, and that is a perfect event for that building. I went to a Cirque masquerade ball years ago there, and they've had it other places. I think
Nice.
Founders Junior Council does that, but like that was just magical to do a masquerade ball
Yeah.
in that building.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And
Well,
it's also cool to do the Derby Girls, but it's really
Derby Girls are
made
cool.
for
Yeah, there's a lot of. Like, I'm really glad that like what's happening in there in the last 5 to 10 years, like all the things that they're opening up to. They
Yeah.
realize that the building's going to shut down if they don't have outside vendors and events coming in.
Right.
And Jack White helped them out. That's really important that this building be sustained because of the history that it offers. And the space that it can offer lots of new things in the city. And the Masons seem to be open to that.
So, do you know the dates?
Yeah,
Which
it's actually
weekends?
this weekend, this Friday, this Saturday, and then next Friday and next Saturday. So let me get a calendar and give you the dates. So this Friday, October 12th, is a gala. Then the open event would be on Saturday the 13th. And then October 19th is another gala, and the 20th is the last event. This event sells out. So people are like, oh, wait and get my ticket, blah, blah. Don't wait. And don't go in a shitty costume. God, people who just show up in crappy costumes,
Do you have to be in a costume?
Yep.
absolutely mandatory.
Absolutely
You
mandatory.
have to. Don't show up in nothing either. I mean,
All
naked,
right.
if that's your costume, that's great. But like, I would be the one heckling at the door. I'd
So
be
I can't
heckling
go.
inside. If you're not dressed in a costume, oh, dude, I used to have so much fun playing with people in the meanest, malicious, because you're in character. You're allowed to. Yeah, I mean, and think about it. It's a macabre and dark thing. You can
So
dress however
I-
you want, but you
this-
damn well better have an
Like
costume.
I think back to like the Mask of the Red Death and like those, the Mask of the Red Death, the
Yeah.
story where
yeah.
it's like the ball while everybody's dancing, while everybody's dying outside, the plague. Like that's sort of what I think of, like the
I love
the
that idea.
plague masks and
I have one of those.
Like,
It can
is
be whatever
that
you
is it
want.
like
No, you
any
don't have to
costume?
Yeah, you don't have to stay in theme of like what the
There's no
event
the-
is.
okay.
Like you'll notice at the event there's no blue anywhere in any prop, any costume, anything. That's just because that's one of the quirks of the designer, John Donovan. But you
He
can
came
do.
on our show.
Did he?
The
Last-
originator
Oh, yeah,
of it
last
for
year.
last season.
Yeah, I remember that. So yeah,
Were you
yeah.
there?
No, but I watched the video and I forgot about it until right now. So you're adorable. Yeah, he's a mad genius, and so do not feel like you have to follow that theme, but it makes it super fun if you get into costume and get into character, because what I'm kind of liking is it's people are starting to do their own little skits there and do their thing. I would love to just grab a corner and do a thing. I actually have an idea in mind. Like it would be
So
just
what
kind
is
of fun.
the theme this year?
I'm
Come
not paying that much
on.
attention. Jesus.
Oh, and they do have a different theme every year.
yeah, every year it's a different theme. So
Okay. That was a signal to talk a little bit.
yeah, while I look
Talk
it up.
about prior theme. Have you never been? You said
I've
that-
never been. I'm always just a little bit scared or I'm unprepared and I don't want to go and get heckled about
Yeah.
not having a very good costume. But I see pictures of everybody and I've dressed a few people from our costumey
Oh,
stuff.
yay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have.
Waist century things with
Costume.
blousey tops and
2018 tickets are no longer available online. You must buy tickets at stores, which retail locations are Leon and Lulu. That's up in Berkeley.
great.
Yeah.
Great store.
Noir Leather in Royal Oak. Armageddon Beach Party.
Oh.
Hello.
That's in Detroit. Vault of Midnight. No idea what that
Oh, that's a
is.
comic book store.
Thank you. So there's one in Detroit.
It's
there's
in
one
Detroit,
Ann Arbor,
yeah.
and there's one in Grand Rapids. Ionic Tattoo, which is in Detroit, not far from.
Not
it's
far from
literally around the
here,
corner,
yeah.
right here,
Yep.
yeah.
see, go
Rat-
get a tattoo
Yeah,
and
your tickets.
No, thank you.
Rat Queen Vintage, which is in Hamtramck. Oh, she's pretty cool. So and then there's some festivals which have already gone by. So yeah, Hail Zombo, get your ticket. I'm gonna sneeze.
okay, do that
I'm
thing.
gonna find the theme this year.
So yeah, speaking of tattoos, I've decided on a couple of new ones. There's one that looks like a little flying airplane, but it's a little paper airplane. Like you fold it.
What's the story behind it?
I just think it's really, really cute. I used to make paper airplanes all the time.
Gerber and the Bees are playing. Oh my God, I like hot women and cocoa beer. You guys don't know these guys?
No, I
Okay,
don't. I
never
want to know
mind.
them.
Dude, Goober and the Peas are great, and they're also the lead singer from Goober and the Peas was in a band called Blanche. Oh, Blanche was great. Wow. Okay, they've got a pretty good lineup.
Yeah, still don't know what the theme is though. But that's all right.
whatever, I'm
We'll get
getting
there.
so
She's like, I'm
distracted
working
by
on it.
these
Come
other
on.
things.
So while she's talking about that, there was something.
Tons of burlesque. I mean, all
I
the
love
amazing
burlesque.
burlesque. You can, yeah.
I love burlesque.
Boylesque too, just so you know.
Is there nudity?
In the
I can
burlesque
say
or
that.
just generally?
Well, there.
He
there's-
talked
There is a room called the Fistatorium.
He talked about the fisting room.
Yeah, the fisting. Okay, so
on
the
the thing.
Fistatorium is a thing.
Oh, Lisa's like, what?
It's just
I'm
called
gonna,
a
I'm gonna need
room.
Uber Lube for that.
Yeah.
You know, maybe it's just the illusion. So,
Let's
Is
have a
that why?
ball.
Is that why you're scared? Because
Might be a little bit.
I might go in the gala night.
My poor husband would just be like, I don't think we should go in there. Or would he be super curious? And then I'd be like, wait, what?
The things you learn.
No. No.
So, and do I recall like when it was on the fairgrounds, there were like people in stilts and fire
Yeah.
twirlers.
Yep,
and,
all that's
yeah.
it still happens in the building.
Okay.
Yep. Catherine and Bacon and
Like it.
Magic, they all
So-
help run the fire.
So we'll have to look it up. But you could Google Theater Bazaar, Detroit 2018.
She's
figure it
still
all
looking,
out.
but there was something.
Theaterbazaar.com.
There was something
That's
else
easy.
that
And
you
it's
want.
theater
Shady
RE.
Ladies. I want to talk about Shady Ladies.
Shady Ladies Literary
Shady
Society.
Ladies. And
Yes.
I met with Amy. We were both in Chicago at the same time, and we had dinner together, which was wonderful. It's crazy that life gets so busy at this point when you're a small business entrepreneur that you don't have time to go and even have dinner with your friends until you both go out of town at the same time.
You happen to see each other in
Man.
the
She-
out of town area.
Yeah, she sends me a text. Where are you right now? And I was like, I'm on a train to Chicago. She's like, I'm on the next train. Damn it.
So it's Amy Hamrell who started Shady
Yes.
Ladies Literary Society, and she was
Yes.
on last season.
Yes.
And you said they have 3 events coming
They do because they've started some different.
Shady Ladies Literary Society?
Yeah.
So what Amy does is brings in, because publishers don't spend a lot of money on new authors.
Yep.
They raise funds to bring in a caterer and a venue and a first-time author.
Yeah, or just a new author.
Or a new, maybe it's a second, but it's like a new, not like an established person that's going to get the money to go do a tour, right? Because basically if you're writing a book, your book tour is going to be in towns where you know people and you can crash on their couch.
Yep.
So Shady Ladies brings authors into.
So you can have
This
a
is
discussion,
great.
and that's not the only thing she does now. Now she does a chemistry thing, chemistry club, October Chemistry Club, and it's about blockchain and
This is great.
cryptocurrency, which sounds fantastic, right?
Sounds like not chemistry.
So
but
you're going to have an assistant professor for the
Kinda
University of
chemistry.
Michigan come and talk about, and it's going to be Gather Detroit, location and cocktails, blockchain and Bitcoin, the topic in hand.
Oh, this
So
is
that-
great.
that's
she likes
cool.
bourbon. Yep.
She likes bourbon. You can if you go out and look for Shady Ladies, she is one of the best marketers. Amy's fantastic. She has things on all the social medias. She sends you fantastic, easy to read newsletters with
I need to get on her newsletter. I don't get it.
I
So,
didn't-
Doxy, the one
I
thing that
know.
you would love is it's already passed, but one of the first events that they did
Mm-hmm.
was
Death.
a ghost stories or something, and they did it at
In a
the
graveyard.
Mount Elliott
yeah.
Cemetery, I think.
Nice.
And she's done
Yeah.
things at St. Andrews Hall. She's
Done it.
really
What is now the Aretha Franklin thing on the river?
What? They renamed something?
The city council voted to. What's the
I
white?
don't-
The white Shane Park.
Thank you.
Shane Park.
Oh, they renamed that?
I don't know if it's final, but the city council voted to rename it.
Got
So on the 22nd,
But yeah, so she had an event there that was full.
Good for her. That's great.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we should hit one of these up. That'd
But-
be fun.
Yeah, they're going to be at the Belle Isle Boathouse on October 22nd. And so she's going to have Chef Dorothy Hernandez is going to be there. And so, I mean, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yay.
She talks about Sister Pie's new cookbook.
I gotta
Which
go to
is
Sister
out-
Pie.
What are you
Every
doing after
time I'm
this?
over there, I gotta review documents.
Damn.
I can't do anything until
you could
this
literally,
deal
but you can
closes.
just grab food and go.
Kittens.
But no, I have to drive over there.
It's a romance.
So that's something exciting happening in October.
But Monday I
some
may run
October
over there
stuff.
for lunch. Are they open during lunch, Sister Pie?
I think they are.
Yeah, I'll just.
But I'll
stop
have to
over
check on
there
the
'cause I'm over
Monday
on that
thing.
side of town. Oh yeah, that's right. They
The
can be
Monday
closed on
thing.
Mondays.
Yep.
Anyway, I'll check it out. But I need a savory pie.
And
Oh, yeah.
this Thursday, tomorrow. Oh my God, that's tomorrow.
I was going to say, you said something to me the other day because I'm meeting someone at the shop, and you're like, I think I can be there. And I'm like, you're having an event.
Yep, but I have an event on Thursday.
Just so you know, they close at 4.
Oh, well, that should be fine.
That's good.
Or how about the next time I'm in here, I could stop by and bring in
Some
some
savory
nom-noms.
pie. Though every time I think of savory pie, I think of
Wait until after October.
the Barber of Seville. That's every time I hear
Meat
savory
pies?
pie, I'm like, think of the Barber of Seville. Anyway, it's in this pie.
Yeah, that sounds good. So, we have the Panache people coming tomorrow to Busted, and they are going to be
Yay.
doing fittings. Are you coming for your fitting tomorrow?
I'll be there at 1. You can come get fitted.
I don't know.
I got a thing.
I got a thing.
I got a thing.
I gotta be somewhere.
Listen, I will.
One of these days, I'm gonna do it. I swear. I just gotta
I'll
work up
do
the
it.
courage.
I'll do the fitting for you. It'll be magical.
I'm nervous.
Doxy, you know what you do with the hugs and the
Yeah.
paint? Lee kind of does the bra fitting version of that.
Yeah,
It will
except
be
that
That is a great way to put that.
It will be okay.
So I guess people might wonder what
what I just was
what
talking
is
about?
like but what is what it's like to have a bra fitting. We try to make you as comfortable as possible.
You should, because I'm naked, probably under
We're
horrible
gonna
lights.
get you naked from the waist
Tell me the
up.
lights are good.
We're gonna be no, they're not. We're gonna be I'm gonna be standing behind you. All right. We're gonna be talking through a mirror. I need to see what's going on in the front, but I don't need to be up in your business with my face. Correct?
Can I demonstrate what I think would be the best bra ever?
Is it a hands bra?
Oh no, there she goes.
This would just be the best bra ever. Thanks for letting me do that.
So
All right, I guess
Doxy.
I gotta get a fitting now.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I actually have pretty good boobs still. So.
Actually, yeah, that was great.
Thank you. Hi, Patrick. I hope you enjoyed that.
So you're not like, let me check these out.
No, I'm behind you. We're talking through the mirror. I'm teaching you how to touch your breast to put your boobs into the bra properly, because there's actually a method. I call it an anchor and sweep. You hold your bra down, you reach in, you pull your breast away from the wire so that the wire is completely around your breast.
There's
you
not
do
much
not
to pull
have
away
to.
from the bra.
You
Like,
probably
there's-
have more than you think you do. Mm-hmm. So,
But also the LBC has some very cute bras. So if you fit into those, I'm
LBC
jealous.
stands for
Little Bra Company.
hilarious.
They're really,
I
really
could be
cute.
their spokesman.
They have adorable bras.
It's like
Yeah.
the itty bitty titty committee. You guys probably
it's-
have no
no,
idea what that is.
No, of course we do.
I did not get boobs until I was 35. So yes.
why? That's a
I
late
don't know
bloomer.
what happened.
I was
Yeah.
never a member of it. I always had.
I was
had
never a member
these.
of it. I was the president for a
I
long
did.
time.
No, that was I found out later in life that was why the girls at the all-girls school hated me, because when I walked in it at 11 years old, I was already a 32D. And I stayed there until I had a kid. Now I'm
How
a 34D.
old were you?
11.
Your
Yeah.
brain is not ready for that.
No. There's pictures of me as a little kid, and I'm like, wait, was I a teenager? Nope. My girlfriend there is only in 6th grade, and I am too.
I can't even
Wow.
imagine what kind of creep-tastic things were said to you.
Or to my dad. Now, we lived in
Your dad?
Romania during the summer times. My dad worked in Romania, and we went to the diplomatic club. There were people from all over the world there, and there was a certain gentleman from another country who came
Oh.
up and said, I would like to marry I was 13. 12 or 13, 12. I was about to turn 13. I'd like to marry your daughter. I have this much money to give you
Your dowry.
as your
Dowry.
yeah, where a dowry would come from my dad, right? That's
Right.
you,
Oh, he
you
was
come with your
giving-
dowry.
Yeah,
That's
good
right.
call.
Yeah, this was a-
dowry's coming
yeah.
with
And
us.
my dad
Backwards.
was just
Whoa.
like-
he wanted to buy you.
So you might know to buy you. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
totally was trying to like.
Yeah. Yep. And my dad didn't tell me until a few years later, and I was just like,
Yeah. Creepy. I'm glad he didn't tell you at the time. Oh.
yeah, really.
Well, you can't tell somebody at the time. Oh my God, your
No.
brain would crack.
Because
that
I
with
was
you.
5'8" before I was 12 years old.
Whoa.
Full on.
That's a lot of
Adult
adult
size.
body on a
On a
child.
small
Pretty much
child.
stopped after that. But yeah, yeah.
So anyway, when you fit someone,
Yes.
you're looking in the mirror. You're telling them
Yep.
how to put their
Yeah.
breasts in a bra so that it looks right and is comfortable. Because if you
Right.
don't do that, you get the pinching.
And what are you looking for? You're looking for the gore, which is the piece in the middle where the cups
Where
come
the keyhole
together.
goes.
Right, where the keyhole goes.
remember.
You want that up against your sternum, not pressing in, but sitting flush. You want the wire pointing into the middle of your armpit.
you
Show it
want
on that side.
you want it way back here.
Way back there.
So here, so that is
Yeah,
sitting
Pointing
here.
into the middle of your
Yeah,
armpit.
it's sitting here on me, Doxy, not up here where people often wear their
Oh yeah,
bra.
you
'cause
always
that's
see it
still
there.
breast
Yeah,
tissue.
good
It's supposed to
call.
be way back here.
Oh well, hey,
Makes your bra a lot more comfortable.
Yeah,
good.
and it also
call.
brings everything forward. Yeah, it's a lot more comfortable.
We
It
must.
lifts things up. We must
must
increase our breast. My God, we're old.
I'm 12 right now. Sorry.
So anyway, tomorrow you're having a fit event that Doxy may or may not attend.
With panache.
After she's felt you up, she kind of is obligated.
You are.
But it's
You owe me.
so it's with Panache. And doesn't Panache do sports bras?
They do
as
fantastic sports
well?
bras. They do great everyday bras. They also have a line that's called Sculptress, which is for
the name.
the 40 plus bands. I mean, it goes down into the 30s, but they instead of just going from 30 to 40, which is what their main Panache brand does, then they're going to go from like 34, 36 up into 44,
We're talking
46.
about this
So
number
this-
here.
Yes,
Right.
this number here. And then also the cup sizes they go up to a K cup in one of the UK, which is an O cup US. Just depends on who you're talking to as to what nomenclature you use, really.
Yeah, right.
And that is one of the reasons why people don't know what size bra they are, because we have different companies who come from different countries that use different nomenclatures, but it's usually a number and a letter.
Right.
Right.
And
But-
that's the cause of the confusion.
So if you look on that tag, it'll tell you, see the tag on the side?
Turn it up. No,
No,
just
the
turn
top
what you
one
had in your
below
hand.
me.
There you go.
Notice that it has 3 different, it has like 4 different,
oh yeah. Hey,
in Australia, in France, in UK, and US.
Right.
See, the letter and the number is not necessarily the same in each
We're
way.
very close to UK.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you usually reference UK sizes, right?
We usually reference UK sizes unless we're dealing with Goddess, which we want to make sure that we only reference that size. But Simone Perel, which is Italian, does not use that same nomenclature. Curvy Couture does not use that nomenclature, which is an American-made company. They don't use American sizes either. I mean, they might argue with me on that. But there are you going to see a fitter who knows their stock will make bra fitting so much easier. So a lady came in yesterday and she was like, okay, there's 2 things that I hate doing. I hate going to the dentist and I hate going to bra shopping. I'm like, well, I'm not going to give you drugs like the dentist will, so sorry about that. But hopefully it won't be as painful. She's like, I don't know, your shop, everything is everywhere. I'm like, because we're going to do your shopping for you. It'll be cool. And she came out smiling, and
Yay.
she needed us at that point. But she's,
Right.
We're there to make it easier for you, and if you don't feel like you're getting what you need, then talk to us. We'll see what.
Tell me about LBC.
Tell me.
Tell me again. Little bitty committee.
Little bra company.
Little bra company. Sorry.
Little Bra Company isn't just for smaller breasts, even though it only does A through C cups, but it's also for petite frames.
No, I don't fit that, but I definitely fit the other one. So
So
okay.
it's definitely for petite frames, so shorter from here to here in a lot of instances, and also narrower up in the top.
Band will be, the shoulder straps will be.
Shoulder, and the
So
band
does-
here is different because, I mean, you can overpower a very petite woman.
Right.
I have
So you
an
want a
aunt,
smaller
Good
band.
call, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I never thought like this will be smaller, this can be smaller, and
but
then
this
this could be smaller.
sternum, everything here is also smaller, which
Yeah.
makes this part small.
Closer.
Yeah, so that fitting a woman who fits in a Little Bra Company can be a lot more difficult than fitting someone that would be more into Goddess, Alomia, or Sculptress, because we're used to that more often. But we have people who travel from Canada, who travel from many states away because we carry the Little Bra Company and they need to try it
Yay.
on.
Right.
So what time is that fit event tomorrow? It's in the afternoon,
2 to 5.
2 to 5.
Yep.
Okay.
If you're not on our mailing list for
Thursday,
Busted Bra Shop,
October 11th.
you definitely
Yes.
should do that. You can send in your email address. You can go onto our website and you can get onto it. And then
So if
know
you
when
go
those events are
tomorrow,
there.
Thursday, October 11th, because we don't know when people are watching this, Thursday, October 11th from 2 to 5, and you say, hey, I was watching the podcast
B325.
you could
B325.
get fit, and you could get a discount.
Yeah, 25% off. Meh,
Hey.
meh, meh.
I like that.
Me too.
Yeah.
Also, if you have a silent auction where you're trying to raise money, we have things that we donate.
Hey,
so
that's
hit
awesome.
us up for that.
Uber loop. Sorry.
Depends on. Listen, I took that one time and I was hazed
People
so
had a fit.
badly.
You what?
I would say hazed. Hazed isn't the
Because
right
you
word.
took
maybe.
it some way-
they were
wait.
just, it was.
So people were uncomfortable with you
Yes.
having
one
lubrication.
one person got really upset and she made a stink. Well,
Yeah.
then
Well,
Don't
sorry,
use
you're a
it.
prude.
Right.
Yeah,
You know,
don't use it.
I brought all kinds of exercise equipment with exercise accessories and bras and the Uberlube because I think there was something
Because
coming
you
up.
indicated that
I
it
don't know.
does for chafing, so it was a sports item then.
You know what? What's happening?
What's
The
happening?
Detroit Marathon.
I'm not running.
No, but people
I don't run unless a
are.
bear is chasing me. But is that this weekend? That's
No,
gonna
it's
be
the
next
21st.
weekend.
It's always the
Yeah.
21st.
It's
isn't
the
it? Yeah.
21st.
Do you do that?
No, oh, I have actually.
I went one time and cheered people on. I believe Carly and maybe Ted were there.
I've done
we
a
had coffee
section.
and we
I
cheered
would
people
cheer
on.
everybody on.
But I'm like,
I did
oh,
a
there's no
section of
way.
it. You know, when
Yeah?
our
The
Rotary
relay?
group years and years and years ago did a relay, and Patrick ran over the bridge and met me on the other side, and then I took the little chip and ran.
All right, that's
And
kind
he
of fun.
ran with me.
Yeah, I mean it's cool that
He
it's an
loves me.
international race. That's all cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just
Oh wait, okay, this isn't
It
the.
goes to Canada and comes
yeah, the
back.
marathon goes through Canada and comes
Oh,
back.
this
Yeah,
is not
it goes
the one
through
I
the-
was thinking. I was thinking about the free press one. Okay,
It
No,
is
no,
the
that is
free
the free press
press.
one.
You're thinking of the same thing.
It goes over the international bridge.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then it comes back through the
sheesh,
tunnel.
Through the tunnel.
So that's happening on the 20th. So come and get your Uberlube for running.
Smart.
Actually, this is the time that we start selling out of Uberlube. So we are fully stocked right now.
Come
And
get your lube.
and we also have a ton of sports bras from all different companies. Anita is actually one of the big ones. And she's going to be here on October 20th to do sports bra.
which
a
is the
fit
day
event.
before the
It's
marathon.
the day before the marathon. So come and see me. Wow.
So yeah, and the sports bras are fantastic. I mean,
They
they're
are.
like
There's so many
amazing.
different kinds. You can get wire, you can get non-wire, you can get ones that wick, you can get ones that do, all kinds of crazy stuff.
They're
so,
like
so smart.
They're like NASA technology.
Do they make wool? I'm always cold. I have to ask that. I should start a line of wool bras.
There you go.
There you go. Look on your face. She's like, no, it's not
Like,
gonna
I
happen.
don't. I can't.
Hey
I
man, there's a
can't even.
demographic of cold people out there like me. I bet Rosie would buy one.
Shit, I had something else.
I don't know what you were going to
Maybe
say, but we
before
are
we
pretty much
wrapped
at the
up.
end. We've talked Winter Vaginas, we've talked Shady Ladies, we've talked
Theater Bazaar.
Theater Bizarre.
We talked death.
We did talk a little bit about
The
death.
Death Cafe.
I always talk about death.
Death is
Imminent.
there. I have something to ask you as two of my very good friends. A favor. If I am ever in so much pain,
Dude, I'm a notary. Write this shit down and I can say that on this. I will sign it. Give it to her because she's like the law learned lady.
yeah, don't let me sit there in pain.
Write
And I
this
don't- I don't
down.
wanna
That's why you
die.
have a durable
That's why
power
you're going to
attorney for
come
health
to the
care,
December.
and you
gift
appoint
your
people.
family.
I want somebody to
that you
slip me a
trust.
cookie with special things in it and make me feel better.
Okay.
Death
So,
doula.
yeah, these things are doable.
Okay.
I would love.
Did
I
you
would-
say doulable?
Doulable. I would love to be a death doula. I think I do believe I have.
I gotta
the
find that
demeanor for it.
podcast I mentioned last week. It
Yeah.
was very interesting.
Because there's been two old people in my life, and one of them right now, and they're not managing her pain, and it really, really pisses me off.
That's what morphine's for.
But even
morphine, like,
sometimes
makes you whacked
morphine
out and you can't talk.
I have to tell you that the few times I've been given morphine, I'm like, I
fantastic.
understand why people get addicted to this.
Exactly.
Yeah, one time, my husband looked at me one time and said, "You're enjoying this too much. This is a really, really bad situation, and you are smiling." I'm like, I feel good. I feel
So-
morphine. I get more. Woo!
So
But-
I listen to a lot of podcasts. So one I
You?
listen to that I have not told you about is called Sawbones, and
Sounds
it's a
painful.
medical
That scares
guide.
the shit out of me.
It's medical history. So it's spouses, and one is a comedian, the husband. The wife is a medical doctor, and so they talk about
He
how
brings the
we've-
comic relief.
yes, and she talks about how things in the past, like resurrection men who would go dig up bodies for scientific study back in the 1800s before they had a
All right,
process.
this sounds like a topic. Sawbones.
Yeah. So anyway, they were talking about the Oregon Trail was the last one, and like what kinds of diseases you could get on the Oregon Trail, and she had him like be the medical doctor because he was like, yeah, you'd be too like. You're too educated, so I would be the old timey medical doctor, right? Like,
'Cause
I
I
don't
don't
really know
know
what the
anything,
hell
I'm
I was
guessing.
doing. I'm just guessing.
I got a saw.
And so he was like, so it was like, oh, what do I give him? And they're like, you give him quinine. Now he's got an addiction.
Right.
Because that's what you would do.
Yep.
So yeah, it was funny to talk about so anyway, the morphine addiction thing made me think of.
And
All
I'm just
right,
going to
so-
caveat into like the news today, Saudi Arabia, the 15 guys at
At the embassy?
yeah, the one guy just happened to be an autopsy specialist.
Yeah,
and the other
and
guy
he just showed up
happened
the
to
day
come in
before
and just happened to come in with,
with
a saw. Just saying.
to chop up
Not
the
suspicious.
journalist.
Yeah,
Journalists,
so-
be careful out there.
Yeah,
Any?
it is not a good time
if
for
we have any
journalists. We need
journalists
journalists
who are
more than
listening to
anything right
us.
now. We need fair, balanced, and unbiased information coming out, and
Truth.
the fact that this, how many,
horrifying.
12 of them have been killed in the last 15 months
Yeah.
internationally. So, sorry to end that on a really morbid note, but that's why I'm here.
But you have on a great jacket. All
This is
right.
my fall leather.
So we're going to close out, and we also want to tell you that Doxy has an event at the end of this month that's going to be in front of the Masonic Temple clothing.
Well, it's actually right around the corner from the Masonic Temple at in front of the Mariners Inn, which is right on Cass Avenue, and it is called Free Store. Burners Without Borders Detroit is putting on a free store, and basically what we do is we collect clothing of all different sizes for male and female and children, and we do hygiene packs, and we hang every single item out, so people have the opportunity to shop with dignity and choose what fits them and see if they like something, and then they can take as much as they want. And then we also do haircuts, and so it's just a place to just to be compassionate and help people. So if you have items, come down and visit
I
us.
have another box for you, but I forgot it
Yay.
today.
So
Okay,
if
so
somebody
what
wants to
day
drop
is it?
off items, they can drop them off
They
to
can
me
drop them off right.
at Busted.
Oh my God, you're a goddess.
That's true.
We know that.
So if you have clothes that have been sitting in your closet for years,
Right, now's the time.
You're
Clean
not
out.
going to gain that 10 pounds back to wear them.
or lose that 10 pounds.
That
more.
was so good. Oh, she's so slick.
All right, we got to go. Ellen's going to kick her tush. She's
All
like,
right.
no,
October
you're
20th.
fine.
BWB.
October 20th. October 20th is the event, so if you can get the stuff to Busted
Busted Detroit, or find us
before
on
the
Facebook.
20th,
Yeah, or come
find
down on the
Doxy.
20th at 9 o'clock.
When you
9
say
till
us,
2.
does Burners Without Borders have a
Detroit hosts
Facebook?
this. Yes, we do. Burners
Okay.
Without Borders Detroit. Find us there, or come down and actually hang up the clothes with us. Get to know the community and chit chat and help. So, yay, we win. Hey, thanks for plugging that. I appreciate
You're
that.
welcome.
Yeah.
Because I've got piles of things around my house for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, on that much happier note,
Well
I
done.
think that's it for today.
I think that's it for today. We
All
talked
right.
boobs. We talked vagina. We talked death. Yeah, we're good.
Say it. Vagina.
I said it.
I know. Say it again.
Vagina.
Yeah, right.
We love it.
JJ.
Should
All
we do-
right. Stay bitchy.
All right, love you guys.
Dorks.
Stay busy. Oh my God.